All right, you ever notice when you list your house for sale, you'll find it on Zillow, Trulia, all those other real estate websites. What happens is uh, when we enter information into the MLS, that data gets syndicated out to those other websites. All right, so it's important that we get that information right. Now, when you're working with an agent, they should be giving you a copy of what they call a residential data input form. Theoretically, you're supposed to be filling this out. However, there is some information that we can pull from the county records. So, but as far as all the features and everything, the room, the description, that should be filled out by you, and this form should be signed by you as well. Your agent will help you work with this, all right? But this is 12 pages. We're gonna try to make this as painless as possible, all right? All right, one more time. This is the residential data input form. You'll notice up here it says everything that's bold with an asterisk is required. So just make sure that everything on here is correct to the best of your knowledge. A lot of the stuff may already be filled out by your agent, or if he gave you a blank one, just make sure everything is filled out as much as possible. Again, everything that's bold, asterisk bold, needs to be checked. It's required. New construction means if it's never been lived in. Most people will have pre-owned. All right. Location information, just make sure this information is right. Street, address, number, subdivision, I'll probably get from the county records. School information, at least the district here. If you know the schools, put them in there if you have them. All right, right here, it's important. Number of bedrooms, bath, half bath, stories, living areas, and dining. That's required because it may have changed the last time it was on MLS, and it may have changed since it's been updated in the tax records. So just make sure that this is updated to whatever it is you have. Some people may have 3-bedroom and made it into 4-bedroom and got rid of the garage with the garage conversion. So just make sure that's right according to what you have. Now, in every room they're going to have features. So this information, if you got it, that'd be great. We can put it in there. The more descriptive you are, the more that the buyer can see before they even get there of what you have available. So come in here and check off all the features that do apply. That way it'll be appealing to the buyer. That's the second master bedroom. The level is the story. If it's a 2-story, one or first or second level. Length and width, again, all the features here. Just check off all that apply. The more information you have, the better. Scroll on down. Here's the kitchen and the bath. Same thing here. The features, the utility room, and then they got room for additional rooms. Again, the interior features here. Make sure that everything that's going to stay and the interior features gets checked off. Water, like if you got a water purifier or softener, make sure that's checked off. Carport spaces, garage spaces, pretty self-explanatory. Length and width, covered parking, that's combined of garage and the carport. Fireplace, I'm not sure why anybody wants a fireplace here in Texas. It's always just hot. All right, again, more features. Pool, yes or no. See, that's required. You got the little asterisk there. Security, just go through everything and make sure that you get as much information as possible. A lot of information, less than half acres could be most people. If you got dimensions, that's fine. You may have it on some other county records, property records. Street utilities. If you know all that information, that'd be great. Put it in there. Environmental green features. So if you have the solar or the energy efficient, put them in here. Make sure that's checked off. That will make a difference to some people. They like that. So proposed financing, more than likely it'll be checked off for cash, FHA, conventional. Some of you may still have an assumable, but I doubt it. Possession. This is usually upon closing and funding. When you get paid, when a closing table, that's when you're relinquish the house. Assume loan type. This is going to always pretty much be treated as clear unless you have an assumable loan or you're going to owner finance. Anyway, this for the most part it'll be treated as clear, because even though you may have a mortgage, you're going to treat it as clear because it'll be paid off before they have possession of it, and that happens through title company and escrow. So if that's the case, don't worry about payment. There's nothing there, and don't worry about mortgage interest or all that stuff. That's just in the event you have an assumable loan. Like unexempt taxes, you get that from the county records. If you do have a preferred title company, make sure it's in here, because there is some cost associated with selling a house as far as the title insurance. That's always negotiable though. Your agent will probably already have all this filled out. Occupancy, make sure it's, if you're in there, then the owner. If it's a tenant, then a tenant. If it's vacant, obviously that's self-explanatory. I don't want to make this video too long. A lot of this stuff is just self-explanatory. You don't have to worry about that information here. See, that's going to be, this is going to be for showing instructions, so the agent will get all that worked out for you. Here's your remarks. Allow address display. If you check no, I'm not sure why you want to put it on the MLS. All this will be filled out. This is going to be filled out with public driving directions. This form was way before the apps came out on the phone to just punch the address in and take you to it. Property description. This is going to be the description that's going to be displayed on MLS, and it's going to show up on all those real estate websites. This is going to be describing your property. So we're going to make sure this is appealing, not boring, but makes people want to come see your house. All right. Excludes, make sure if your washer and dryer not staying, make sure that's in there. Anything else you're going to want to keep. Private marks and office marks, that's pretty much for the agents. And here is, if you have a condo or farm and ranch, then go in here and start checking everything that is applicable as well. And you'll notice right here, residential data input form. Owners have examined the information contained in this profile sheet and warrant that information contained herein is true and correct to the best of their knowledge. That's why it needs your signature. That's why you need to go through this. Sign on the day of. And that's going to be the agent or whoever entering that information into the MLS. So, all right. I'm sorry, I kind of went through there fast, but if you have any questions on any particular subject, just talk with your agent. All right. All right, so this is what's going to look like. Once you verified all that information is correct on that residential data input form, it gets entered into the MLS, and it shows up like this right here. You'll see all this information was asked for in that form. This is the MLS data sheet, and all these fields will get syndicated out into the other real estate websites, such as Zillow, Trulia, and all that other stuff. The description and everything. All right, I just want to make sure you see what it looks like in the MLS data sheet. All right, my name is Gerald Enriquez, and I am a licensed real estate agent here in the state of Texas. And I hope you got some value out of that video tutorial. If you have any questions and or concerns, by all means, feel free to contact me. On my information should be here on this page or on my About page. Send me your questions, and I'll try to cover it in another video. That way, if somebody else has that same questions, they can benefit as well. Also, take a look around this YouTube channel. You might already see some questions that already are answered. Whether you decide to use me or not, you should be able to benefit from this. You or anybody else that's planning on buying or selling a house. All right, take care and God bless.